saw a video of this young lady who wrote, not in truth wrote the letter because it was after she was dead, but her words were, she promised her mother she would not drink and drive when she went to a party. And as she was leaving the party, she was hit by a drunk driver. And as she lay there bleeding and dying, she saw the drunk driver still on his feet, watching her, thinking it's not fair. Mothers, excuse me. Mothers, fathers, loved ones, putting up their hands and asking God, why did you take my innocent child when the drunk driver is free to do this again? Why are we left without our child, our mother, our sister, our brother? And you must ask yourself this question. If God looked down upon all that was and made the drunk drivers be the only ones that got killed, there would not be any laws dictating alcohol limit, driving limit, when you're under the influence. And it's not just alcohol. Any drug, no matter what it is, even a prescription, but any drug which changes your will, which changes your perception and your actions, laws have been changed to make sure that they are accountable. If God only took those that were under the influence of something else, there would be no laws. Now there's a drugs, which is changing people's will to be what someone else wants. Making mothers kill their children, children kill their parents, people killing each other. Hatred on one side, hatred on the other, clashing against each other with murder in their hearts. Many fight this will. But if they or anyone has done chemical drugs, it's in all of it. I know the ones responsible have gone to Colombia. Oh, by the way, I live in Canada. Have gone to Colombia. They have inserted this, it's psychologists, subliminal deep hypnosis drug, which makes you susceptible to subliminal messages. And it mixed in with chemical drugs, it binds to the genetic material of it. Within 3 seconds after taking it, somebody makes a suggestion, somebody says anything. That is your absolute will. Now, if there's a bicycle guy, as I've seen in the news, terrorists, which are with acid in this container, splashing people as they're driving by. And now that bike is going over bumps, it's going over hills, it's going over all kinds of terrain. Splashing people with this. Take those chemical drugs you seize in your arrests, put it in acid. Eliminate it for the rest of the people, for the future. If you're going to really make the streets safe, let's make sure it not only stays off the streets, it does not exist. That's the law that needs to be changed. Because it keeps coming back and it keeps going around. And I know that it is used at times for trying to entrap to get the bigger fish, making drug deals, then arresting. There has to be another way because these drugs must be destroyed. The only drug this mind control cannot affect is natural marijuana. God has told Spirit to tell me 70% cow manure, 30% sheep manure makes it well and natural, and it must be legalized because that mind control can be spread on it, it can be soaked in it, it can be anything. God made it natural. It cannot affect it, and it will not affect the person, except possibly a bad taste in the mouth. It keeps people calm, even if they thought angry thoughts. It physically calms their muscles and their mind. And it does not necessarily make people stupid or dulls their senses. Yes, it needs to be watched for driving while under this influence, but that's easy. You take a picture of their pupils to be used in court. When their pupils are dilated, they're on something. Because they might be able to use white eye or whatever that stuff is in order to clear up the redness, but they cannot stop their pupil from dilating. Now, because I know that marijuana, I think, is in your system for a month, so there's been people that have gotten off in court for driving under the influence. But a day later, your pupils are not dilated. A month later, your pupils are not dilated. Let's eliminate these drugs and save the future generations from a murder of hate. A murder with hate. That's what this world is turning upside down to be, as long as these drugs are on the streets. Because even when someone does not even touch it, hates the stuff, if they are held and forced to take it, their mind is now the other person's, to do with as they please. That's why you have mothers and fathers and children, everyone killing each other. Horrific acts. Murder, suicide. No. Many I've seen in the news. I see the truth in the situation. They've been drugged. The man who came and killed his wife and it didn't say in the news, but I saw, Spirit showed me, he did not even acknowledge his children. Because when he went to the bar, to the lounge, he didn't talk about his kids. They weren't in his heart and his mind the same way his wife was. He talked about his wife and his wife. So whoever heard him, whoever he talked to, female or male, drugged him to kill himself after he killed her. And the only reason they're killing themselves now is they've heard that I can do confession is good for the soul. And ones as well can do this. So they don't want them remembering who drugged them. So that person can continue to give chemical drugs to anyone else. They find a target. That's an easy mark. It's believable. Complained about his wife all the time. God loves democracy and laws which make people act in Christian ways to be kind to one another, to make peace, not war, unless war is needed in order to stop the evil spread of these drugs. That is my say for today. Thank you. I hope I've reached many of you. And have a great day. Have a good day.